If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Martin Luther King Jr.
What is the purpose of Horizons?
I think the purpose of Horizons could pretty much be summed up in one word: growth. Just self-improvement, growing as a leader, growing as a person, growing as a friend and a brother. Just growth in all aspects of your life.
So what would you say the purpose of Horizons is for a young undergraduate?
The purpose of Horizons for undergraduates is we're getting old. There's got to be somebody to take our place. And you guys will be taking the place of us for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, not only at Horizons, but throughout the world. We talked about this earlier. The world needs great leaders. The world needs you.
But suppose God is black. What if we go to heaven and we all our lives have treated the Negro as an inferior, and God is there and we look up and he is not white? What then is our response? Robert F. Kennedy.
What was a challenge you faced this week, and how did you overcome it?
I guess one of my challenges as a person is I definitely have a my way or the highway attitude, which is, as a leader, it can be very detrimental to you. So learning to control that and take input from the rest of the group was definitely one of my biggest challenges, and I thought that I overcame it well and was able to collaborate well with group members to, I guess, better our group and succeed.
What draws people to be friends is that they see the same truth. They share it. C.S. Lewis.
So the question is, on the ropes courses, what kind of challenges did you have to overcome, and how did they build us as a team? And anything else you want to share about the ropes courses?
The challenges we had to overcome in the ropes course were fear of falling and having no one to catch you. And in order to do that, we had to believe in the brethren around you, in hoping that Madame Anne wouldn't drop us as she was tethered to our lives. We had to learn to trust, to believe, and just let go, to drop, to fall off a pole, to climb the pole in the first place, to trust yourself in order to be able to climb to the top of that pole. It taught us to trust in ourselves, to encourage others, to do what we never thought possible.
I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Nelson Mandela.
What did you learn about yourself during Horizons?
I learned that I definitely need to depend on people more. Before I was always kind of a loner, and now that I have strong arms around me, so to speak, I realize how much more I'm able to accomplish.
If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. John Quincy Adams.
What is a leadership value you have learned about?
I've learned a lot about humility. Being able to sit back and analyze yourself and ask people for help and not necessarily do everything yourself. It's a really hard thing to do when you're used to doing that, when you're used to being on your own. It's a really hard thing to ask somebody else for help.
A little bit about Wednesday night with us.
Alright, well, Wednesday night, in my opinion, was definitely the most intense and I guess emotionally provoking night of our week. It started out with we were watching a video about this kid with cerebral palsy who was on the track team in his high school because throughout his entire life he had never been really part of a team. And even though it was very difficult for him, he fell a lot, and it was just a really hard thing for someone with cerebral palsy to do. He pushed through and he strived, and then following that, we all went into our respective small groups and were asked questions, very, very deep questions about our lives, decisions we would have made if something had happened, different things like that. And it really allowed us to open up to each other and to, I guess, kind of put our emotions on our sleeves and open up our vulnerabilities to each other. And through that, we definitely created a better bond. And honestly, I feel like us 9 guys aren't just friends, we're definitely brothers.
So what do you hope to do with what you've learned?
I hope to do so many things. I hope to, I guess in chronological order, I hope to take these things back to my chapter and improve my chapter, and then have everybody in my chapter expand, so kind of like a domino effect, have them affect the world, and then just use what I've learned to, in my everyday life, whether it's philanthropical sense or just completing schoolwork, being a leader on my baseball team. I just really hope to incorporate everything I've learned into everything in my day-to-day life.
Courage is what it takes to stand up and speak. Courage is also what it takes to sit down and listen. And also, never, 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 ever give up. Winston Churchill.
Have your Horizons experience?
Great. I'm going after Dick Hester, by the way. It's been amazing. It's been way more than what I could have dreamed of or asked for. Just like I said yesterday, when we were up there at the summit, 11,000 feet off the ground, we got to see Salt Lake, Utah underneath us. It just really helped me as a leader to know that the most beautiful sight you can ever see as a leader is that every person or committee below you is running smoothly and efficiently. And that's the real beauty of being a leader, is seeing everybody else succeed around you.
So what would you tell someone younger in the chapter who's wondering about coming to Horizons?
To definitely do it, but to come with an open mind, to come with an open heart. Just come prepared and get ready to grow, because there's never been another week like this.
Okay. It's about the journey, mine and yours, and the lives we can touch, the legacy we can leave, and the world we can change for the better. Tony Junji.
We got about 7 seconds till I start getting my groove on.
Dude, shut up. I wish you heard this right now.